Come on. This way. Right behind you. Do you miss being with him? With Jesse? No. Been together for so long. Look, Jesse's great. I love his parents. They will always be family, but we were just on autopilot. Hey, how come we never talked about this stuff? I don't know. It didn't feel... You never really talked to me about Kat. Yeah, because there isn't much to talk about. Yow. I got the impression that you didn't really like her. I don't care about her one way or the other. Okay. No, I think she's a talented artist. I've grown to like that tattoo of yours. That's so big of you. And I think she wasn't right for you. Interesting. Shut up. Okay. You can tie Shimmer up here. Hey. You want to see something spectacular? You're going to point at your face, aren't you? Nothing is that spectacular. Oh, brother. Come on, stupid. What do you think of this view, huh? It's pretty nice. Yeah, this route has its perks. Where do we sign in? Come on. Fuck. Who do you used to do this route with? Jesse? Eugene. Right. Oh, Eugene. Man, he was funny. Oh, yeah. Plus, he taught me about rewiring electronics and stuff. May we all be that sharp at 73. May we all make it to 73.
Everybody knows that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. I have every reason to believe that the intelligence that we were operating off was correct. Unquestionably, they said that Saddam Hussein possesses biological and chemical weapons.
We know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad and east-west, south, and north. So
Someone should be made clear in the course of the operation for whatever duration it takes. Are you confident that you'll also find weapons of mass destruction?
I believe we will find evidence of the program's chemical and biological weapons, yes.
How about the actual weapon?
Well, I just don't know. Let's wait and see what the team is
Our new exploitation team has been brought in. And that we will in fact find weapons or evidence of weapons
Come here.
programs that are conclusive. It is somewhat puzzling, I think, that you can have 100% certainty about the
Town up ahead's our last stop.
existence.
Take a look.
Certainty about where they are.
Do you agree? Does it matter whether or not you find it?
We won't be proven wrong.
Here's the town. With the big tower thing?
Yep, that's where the next lookout is.
It will ebb and flow.
one thing we know is that
Let's get back to the horses.
I don't know anybody that I can think of who has contended that the Iraqis had nuclear weapons. We believe he has in fact reconstituted nuclear weapons. But on the specific issue of weapons
Question.
of mass destruction,
Were you wearing those same clothes yesterday?
They're clean.
No judgment.
It's patrol, you know. We're here to kill infected, not to look fancy.
Still look nice.
It's going to take a period of time.
Thank you.
I don't think they discovered anything. Still for about 3.5 months for new inspections. A short time. And especially when we now see that they say that the new government say that you have to be patient. These things take time. I believe that
I think we should go out like Eugene.
From a stroke?
Oh, from old age. Like living a long life.
You? No way. Come on. You're way too reckless.
Look who's talking.
Well, you'll probably die from hypothermia from wearing canvas sneakers in the snow.
I am wearing boots today. You know how you're gonna die?
You, let me guess. You're gonna kill me?
No. Maybe. Fuck you.
Language. Ellie.
Hey, should we check these houses out? Seems quiet, but we can if you want. I bet they still got supplies.
What we've done is we've taken estimates looking at different variables and said, if this were the case on this variable and mentioned on this variable, but there's so many variables that the numbers of possible point answers create a range that simply isn't useful. I'm just not going to have any speculation about numbers. We're dealing with a country that can really finance its own people's first and relative.
Ooh. Bombshells.
Hey,
they think it's going to be something like $2 billion this year. They think it might be
look what I found.
15, 12 next year.
Isn't
They
it
think
one of
might
those
be something
superhero
like
cards you're all
18
into?
plus the next 19. The next
Ooh, I
year.
don't have this
We'll
one.
submit to Congress a request for $87 billion. Why did the administration
Thanks, Dana.
so dramatically underestimate the cost of this war?
We did not have perfect foresight.
What do you know about this place?
What we were going to find in the rest.
Just another evacuated neighborhood. Infected almost never make it out this far. We usually catch them on the outer perimeter.
With the cost of the war rising and the search for weapons of mass destruction,
What are you doing tonight?
the administration
Uh,
David Kay.
This
I
work is
was
being carried out with
thinking of
direct
inviting Joel to
respect
watch a
to
movie.
scientists, former UN
Oh.
inspector who is leading the weapons
You
study
guys
in Iraq.
good?
We are determined to take this
Yeah.
apart. We have a tremendous group of
What movie you guys gonna watch?
dedicated men and women
What's Joel into?
with the best aspects of the intelligence
Curtis and Viper
community
2.
worldwide.
That's the one that's been on my radar for a while.
His team
Oh, wow.
Well, I used to watch these cheesy 80s action movies. I was really into them.
Oh, no.
I actually really like them too. What about you? What are you doing later?
Some people were talking about sneaking out. Going sledding.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. You wanna meet up after?
Okay. Maybe I'll play guitar for you.
Okay.
wants more time, and he says it could take another 6 to 9 months to make a decision.
What's Curtis and Viper 2 about?
Okay, so 2 former commandos that go rogue to fight bad guys. And I think in this one, they go up against Russian spies or something.
I'm more interested in this than I thought I would be.
Alright, so the young one, Viper, he's a trained ninja. And he's a complete badass.
So how old is he in the first movie?
10.
Wait, how many movies did they make of this?
I think they made 4?
Jeez.
Joel actually saw the last one in the theater. Isn't that crazy?
Yes. You think anybody out there is still making movies?
Has to be.
How do you know? What if they're all just like us? Just surviving day to day.
Well, I write new music, so I don't have a camera.
They become so fearful of admitting error. They stand up and defend things that on your face, the face on.
President Bush is being counted with calls for an independent investigation into how U.S. intelligence so badly misjudged Iraq's capabilities into
Ellie, don't forget Shimmer.
Say you're going to war because you have weapons, and you don't find those weapons, it is not a second argument. That'd be important. If you, I've got a second explanation on his hand. I don't care what the operationals of the comments I made about what was going wrong. And so I said, if you're among other things, if you're going to do this, you have to treat it like an intelligence problem, and that is not go looking for hidden weapons, but going looking for people who would be associated with hidden weapons. Well, what I did is I formed teams preparing following his hypothesis. Half the teams from hypothesis was there, the other half said it wasn't there, and both followed exactly the same method. If you believe it's there, what is the proof that will in fact confirm that hypothesis? Whatever.
Easy.
Shit. Wasn't there. So yeah, you start.
What the fuck? Looks like Infected did this.
How many do you think it would take to bring down a boss?
More than one. Where the hell are they?
Let's go find him.
And I really didn't care. And that was intentional because I didn't want to see him after the death. We met every Saturday afternoon, and each team went through where he was almost rigorous, almost predictable. He started with here's
Shit.
here's what we've done. Here's how we
I hear some inside.
here's what we're supposed to do next.
How the fuck did they get in there?
Discussion between the groups.
More importantly, how do we get in there? Dina, this way.
There's a gradual build-up of evidence that forces you to challenge the pre-existing belief, and in each generation. Was we had a big army running
It's down.
in March and April.
That's one.
Used against them. Nor was it found.
Let's see if we can get around to the back of the supermarket.
They had large stockpiles.
Good idea.
I really believe in the devil's telegraph. Put the word out in the street. Let people know what you're about, what you have to offer. And usually you get people coming to you. I had a lot
You good?
Yeah.
Iraq was a
Nice throw, by the way.
in June,
Thanks.
July, August, September,
The way we came in was barricaded. How'd that rhino get in here?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What's the most infected demo?
It's gotta be the one I had with Joel a year or so ago. It was like, I don't know, a dozen? You?
Cleared about 20 once. There was a group passing through.
Fuck.
But no one
Maybe we'll get you a new personal record today.
around the weapons program that weapons program presents. You're going to find people engaged in production, technology, engineering, and software. People involved in protecting the weapons, people involved in using them, and people involved in preparing to use the weapons. We found none of it. We were running into fewer and fewer leads that looked profitable, and a lot of evidence that stacked up to explain something other than large stockpiles of weapons. I had the habit of writing personal report back every weekend. It's quite separate from the official report back. This is what it looks, smells like when you hear the issues.
Oh,
Here's how
more blood.
just do it. I've always found that's a good way to keep people informed of what you're doing. I don't think there was a surprise about the conclusions I was drawing because those were truly not.
Nina, this way.
Let's keep it quiet.
I think that's like a lot of people of my age and my generation in the government, I know me, decided that whatever the occasion was, I simply wasn't going to look like that. There wasn't a lot of
Runner.
process that was important.
That all of them?
Secret societies have their own rules.
Yeah, looks like it.
Secret societies generally don't feel
We still gotta get the ones in the supermarket.
Let's keep circling the building. There's gotta be a way in.
This is a report back in July. Ours is not going to be until March 2005, 5 months after the federal election. Should the American people have the benefit of the commission before the election? Well, the reason why we gave it time is because we didn't want it to be hurried. This is a strategic look, a big picture look about the intelligence gathering capacities of the United States of America.
I think every person in the government has a statement of very prudent.
Oh, help me up there. I wanna look around.
Coming.
If there are no weapons of mass destruction, which there aren't, if there are no ties with Al-Qaeda, which there weren't, and which there aren't, or maybe now there are, then why do we go to war? Well, all you need to do is go on the web and download Project for a New American Century.
All right, go ahead.
And you will rejected by George Bush.
There's a hole in the roof over there. Here.
Thanks. Look, see? All right, let's figure out how to get in there.
The constraints on government that our Constitution lays out. And I also felt that there was a sense of the Constitution, and I only
Dina,
absorbed
under here.
by association with some of the senior appointed civilians.
Who are all
Ellie, are you clean?
Yeah. Just banged up. Please die of old age and not because you get infected. I really don't want to have to shoot you in the face. Deal. Cool.
That the United States at this stage of history has unchallengeable power, and therefore a responsibility to use it to make the world over.
Anything good back there?
In
Actually,
manner
yeah.
that we or they rather think it ought to be made over.
I think behind the basic neoconservative philosophy is a considerable arrogance that American interests are the primary goal of all American foreign policy.
And they seem to have a really serious habit of not being interested in listening to what other people say about this subject.
Now, of course, American interests should matter, but there are enlightened and unenlightened elements of
See any way to that roof?
and I think that in this case, we
Not sure.
determined and define our interests globally in almost total disregard of what other states want, what their concerns are, how they might or might not be able to contribute. We're on a roll. You're either with us or get out of the way. I find remarkably little interest in the character of other countries, the nature of their problems, difficulties. This is boring, I think, to neoconservatives who really see this as quite irrelevant. What other people, what the political culture of other societies are, what they want, what people might want, what some of their concerns might be. It's really quite irrelevant because we know what we're going to do and get out of the way if you don't agree.
They said, look, the neocons, we brought down evil empire. Now we're going to bring down Arab nationalism as personified by Saddam Hussein and Bashar al-Assad. And once that happens, you're going to have democracy. The problem is those people have not been able to figure the Middle East and intelligence.
No, I don't think it's an accident at all that so much of the justification turned out to be fallacious, misleading, deliberately so.
They thought they had a place in history. They were going to bring down, obviously, a very dysfunctional Arab peninsula, as well as Iran, and they were going to change history. They believed they won the Cold War. And they said, all right, we won the Cold War because we were tough, Soviet Union. We get tough with these people, and they're going to become like us.
This way. I'm in.
As much attention to Afghanistan as they should have, and the resources that might have gone to Afghanistan ended up being focused on Iraq.
If you attack another country, no justification. People are going to say, wait a minute,
Hey,
this is a war on terror.
got some alcohol. Couple of rags.
It's imperialism, this is colonialism,
Here,
you know.
fix
And
yourself
this
up.
is why it's a distraction, because you need the help of these people. If you get this view that the CIA and the FBI are looking around the bars and the troops in the Middle East, handcuffing people or assassinating people, you gotta have the help of the locals. Identify these people and either put them in jail.
I see spores in there.
January of 2009,
Masks on.
I was sitting
Got it.
in the bunker of the U.S. Embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan. And I and several colleagues were sitting around the one we were working for.
Remember, I don't want to have to shoot you in the face. Oh, that's so sweet.
Iraq, Iran, and North Korea.
All these spores mean they've been here for a while. Keep your eyes peeled for older infected.
And Washington's talking about, and talking in very legitimate terms about these other
I don't know.
and we don't
I think we're above it.
anywhere close to it.
Let's get to the ground floor.
Saddam was a threat to, at this point, as we saw when the army collapsed, was Iraq. He didn't have weapons of mass destruction. He wasn't scaring anybody, certainly wasn't scaring the Iranians or the Turks or the Saudis or anybody else. It was a state that was on the verge of failure. Now it is a failed state. Failed state caused terrorism. You can name Afghanistan, Lebanon, Somalia. Anytime you create a vacuum where people fly violence. Osama bin Laden was saved to America was to invade Arab country, occupy it, say is insane. This is part of his propaganda. So what did we do after 9/11? We invade an oil-rich and occupy an oil-rich Arab country which was doing nothing to press us.
The only real connection is having invaded Iraq. We are very likely to make it a focus of terrorism. We are likely to produce what the president has said Iraq represents, namely the central battlefield in the war on terrorism. Why? Because we've sent a lot of Americans into a place where they're sitting ducks for people who think the only good American is a dead one.
What the intention is here, we truly want to build a democracy. It cannot be ruled by foreign power.
We, as the one indispensable nation of the world, as we characterize ourselves for so long in the last one, cannot contemplate that possibly someone else might not like everything we call the American way of life, and that they would, in fact, welcome us into their country. This may not be the case.
The only tool in the toolbox of the Bush administration is military force. Military force is a very blunt instrument. It just doesn't work. We created more terrorists in Iraq, and we haven't even solved the problem in Afghanistan.
One of the more ironic effects of the attack on Iraq was to buttress other countries in the conviction that the famous remark by Andy in general after the first Gulf War, and he said the lessons of war is that if you have to fight the United States, you better have nuclear weapons.
In some respects, it's as if Vietnam didn't even happen. It's as if a lot of our leaders have suffered some kind of historical and political lobotomy. And that's frightening. And every American should be concerned about this, because the United States ultimately is supposed to be an exemplar for the rest of the world. We're supposed to be the Ronald Reagan was that shining city. You know, shining city has been kind of swung around in terms of our image abroad, and I think we've violated, I think, fundamental principles that have guided this country's foreign policy so successfully since 1947.
You don't want your president to be seen as a hot dog. And when your president gets into a jumpsuit, gets in the back of a jet and lands on an aircraft carrier and then waddles out with his little straps between his legs, and that's not, you want a sign of maturity and not testosterone blasting through when you're talking about things so fundamentally important as sending a nation to war and sending young men and women to their deaths.
There is a sense in Washington now that you can't raise objections to this because you're not supporting the troops in the field. I would rapidly point out that unlike almost anybody I know that holds office in this country, I've had two sons in uniform, both of whom have been in combat, and so I don't have to take any nonsense from anybody, nor will I.
Mark Twain's definition of patriotism is patriotism is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it.
Well, I don't think it's patriotic to stand by and remain silent while your country stumbles into disaster.
Patriotism is the last refuge of scoundrels. And I think these are scoundrels. They have no
Can't find a way out.
They have no defense.
Try this way.
The country is in a terrible international security situation that I think is perilous. So they're attacking the patriotism of others.
Having been an insider, I know that the insiders don't have it all right. They make mistakes, and he know how to do this.
Clickers! I hate clickers!
Or if you're not
It's not unpatriotic to demand that Congress uphold very upset, vocally upset, and Congress abrogates this constitutional responsibility.
Ugh. Yuck.
These blind motherfuckers make my skin crawl.
Me too.
Let's make sure the rest of the building's cleared out. And then get the fuck out of here. Speaking my language.
And almost got killed for it. And besides, almost going to jail. So, it doesn't take a whole lot of courage for me to try to get forward. I did at the beginning, but I was studiously ignored.
When we did the first Gulf War, when I came out of Baghdad in 1991, I met with the President of the United States, I met with the senior leadership of both parties, and the one thing that sticks
Nothing
with me
here.
to this day is the extent to which
Man, that is
each one of them
stingy.
Ellie,
explained to me
found the door. Help me out?
their consciences. We owe our soldiers, our sailors, our airmen, and our marines
Thank you, President.
nothing less before we
I'll take a present.
Sometimes the true patriot takes the unpopular course, but helps their country
Ellie.
avoid mistakes, and even if they can't persuade,
We had Molotov.
Thanks.
America is this amazing.
Careful with that. I'm a pro. We're not done.
It's a place of fantastic people. And what infuriates me more than anything else is that this administration has systematically